Hello. Y'all know who I am. You know why I'm here. I'm here to talk to you about our education system. No, really. I'm here to talk to you, students and teachers, about how, as us students, we believe that the system of education needs to change. That, in our words, it sucks. It doesn't really teach us anything except on memorizing materials. But in other words, teachers also play a victim in the education system as not really getting to reach that heart of a student and really bring out their creativity. The education system really destroys creativity, honestly, because we're just focused on learning subjects and certain materials. So, our education system, it tells students what to think and how to think all at the same time. It pushes us towards competition amongst students just to simply get in there. It leads them to stress over homework, teaching students not indifferent, but all in the same way. But in the end, the system still works, doesn't it? See, I myself am an educated student who does attend high school and does believe that the education system in many parts is flawed and in need for immediate attention and improvement. For example, the system of education does not allow students to reach their full potential. We're not able to focus our strengths and improve our weaknesses. It's all about teaching one subject, reviewing it, taking a test over it, and then forgetting all about it the next week. Therefore, we as students are not truly learning, and we're rarely taught anything beneficial or useful at all. According to Education Week, 80% of students that are graduating from high school, half of these students are not prepared for what's next. Meaning what's next is their next steps in life, such as college or their future. And if we're not truly learning, then that means we can't even increase our intelligence because we're only taught to memorize information of material given to us, which which leads to us to stress over tests. And because of this, we can't remember all the material that has been thrown at us as students. This which separates us as we struggle to compete for a grade instead of having that want for knowledge, because knowledge is power and power is key. Now, what I want to explain is on why the education system needs to be refined and having to get rid of all these crude, standardized tests and mainly focus on the purpose of truly learning. The Integrated Learning System Academy found several issues in standardized testing, stifling creativity of students throughout the classroom. Now, a certain test or quiz doesn't determine or clarify how intelligent you are. See, a student may hold a high GPA, but still fail a test. Many students are also caused to stress over these certain tests, which have caused students to cheat because of the fear of receiving a low grade. But see, it all pertains back to the question I asked. Does the education system work? There are all these issues and problems pertaining to the system, of yet nothing is being done to change it. And better these complications with the system of education. As a student, what I want to fulfill is the true purpose of the schooling system, which is to actually teach scholars of the society, to actually strengthen our knowledge, and to let the young minds of creativity flow freely, to prepare our generation for the future and not the past. But although some students struggle in the ways of the school system, there are some students who adapt to these ways. But in minds of every human being, no brain is alike. We all have different ways of seeing things and thinking differently. For that reason, I know we need to focus on the body of scholars as a whole. But to do that, we must look towards individuals and help, because not everyone learns the same way. Also, no teacher is actually the same. I said before, school teachers, they play a victim too. See, school teachers are a victim to the school system just as much as students are. While they're teaching the future of our generation and society, they're also shortchanged when they in fact have the most significant job in the world, which is teaching our generation. See, the system of education not only needs to be upgraded, refined, and enhanced, but all the above. Thus, we as students need to speak up and make these changes a reality to where we can all become greater and better our own future. We are creative, we're innovative, and we all have different minds, but we all are the future, and we have the ability to change that. So, chasing grades throughout high school isn't the way to go. A grade doesn't really specify your intelligence. Finding your purpose is what is important. Letting out your creativity, letting it flow, letting you be yourself, letting yourself learn in different ways. This is the true purpose of education. See, education is meant to help find our passion. It's helped to lead us in the right path, and the system we have now is not fulfilling its job, not fulfilling its duty. And see, most students think you have to go to college to be successful. You have to graduate high school to be successful. That's not the case. As we grow older and older and mature, we're told you have to do this in order to get this. You have to do that in order to do this. That's not the case. You choose your future. You choose what you learn, and you choose how to change it and how to better your reality. Now, I know I may not speak for a lot of students, but I speak for most of us who can't speak up for themselves. So I just want to change it. Our education system is failing, and it's not getting any better. There's no one speaking up to do this, but every voice needs to be heard, such as mine. So I want to thank you all for listening, and let's make the education system great. All right.